Hello, everybody, and welcome to our webinar, a quantum listing overview. Today we will be looking at both a slide deck and the quantum listing website. I'm working from home today because we're expecting a snowstorm, and I didn't want to get stuck at the office. But let's get started. Okay, so when people first come to quantum listing, one thing that they will notice is this search box on the landing page. And anybody can come to our website and search all of our users' listings for free. There is no login required. You don't have to be a registered member to search. None of the listings are hidden behind a paywall. This is what is going to be of the greatest benefit to our users, and that is why we do this. I, in addition to being the CEO and founder of Quantum Listing, am a commercial real estate broker, and Quantum Listing was born out of a need by me, at least, and it seems to be borne out by thousands of other people, for a more open and affordable commercial real estate listing service. So a lot of the things that we've implemented here are things that solved frustrations I had with other services, and also a lot of ideas that came from you, our valued users. So if you guys have any ideas uh, about how we can make this service better, please share them with us, either today or offline. But we really love getting new ideas from our users. So when you sign up for Quantum Listing, you get a month free trial membership. And during the trial, you can use all of the features of the website. There's no limitations. You can start posting as many listings as you want. At the end of the trial, you have to opt in to become a paying member. We don't collect your payment information up front and automatically start charging you. Signing up is easy. As you can see, this is the sign up form. You add your first name, last name, email address, phone number, website if you have one, password. Then you choose between a enterprise or individual account. Uh, the individual accounts are meant for uh, single users. Enterprise accounts are more geared toward uh, a corporate environment where there's a marketing person or admin who handles the whole account, and they have multiple agents. The admin can assign multiple agents to a single listing. So that works great. If you sign up for the wrong type of account, there's no financial penalty for that. Either way, it's $79.99 per user. Uh, you can also search by location or user from our site. While we're on the topic of search, the search by location is indicated by this little pin, which is now become sort of the location icon in common parlance. You see that on Google Maps and all sorts of other sites. If you click this little down arrow, this avatar here shows up, and then you can search by user if you know the user's name. The search results are filterable. So if you type in, say, White Plains, New York, and you get 150 different listings, you can then drill down by the asset type, the deal type, meaning if it's for lease or for sale or sublease. Asset types, we have probably 20 different kinds of assets. If you are searching for an area where we don't have quite as many listings, you can expand the radius and see if that will increase the number of listings that are available to you to search. Once you have registered, you're sent to your profile page. And your profile page is going to be your home base on QuantumListing. And this is where you're going to add your listings from, and we'll explore all the other features from your profile. Also, you can edit your profile page to add a profile picture or logo. Enterprise users can add both a profile picture and logo. On your profile, to edit that, you're going to click this little button up here. That's a pencil and paper icon. When you're editing your profile, you can also add some biographical information, which if you've added will show up with this little I here in a circle, the letter I, that is. And then you can also add social media links, which you can see I've added here for ours. And so here's the biographical information, and a lot of people will cut and paste whatever they have on their company website for here. That's fine. If you copy and paste the URL from your browser for your social media into here, that's how you get those icons that show up on your profile page. So that really is fast and easy. And the more information you add on your profile, the more well-rounded you're going to seem, the more searchable your profile is going to be on the internet. I do see when I'm searching our users that a lot of times their profiles show up on the first page of internet searches, of Google searches. One of the neat things that you can do with QuantumListing is share your profile via social media, or you can also use an iframe to embed it in your website. We'll explain that in a moment. But this icon right here, which is the little 3 dots with the 2 lines connecting them, that is the sharing icon. And you click that, and you can then share your profile to Google Plus, although Google Plus is being ended by Google shortly. LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And then this is the iframe symbol that I mentioned before. Promoter Properties uses QuantumListing to serve its listings to the Promoter Properties website, and we do it via this iframe code here. I am not by any stretch of the imagination a computer programmer. It's a WordPress site. If you have a WordPress site, it's really easy to do. If you have a web person and you tell them about the iframe code, they'll know exactly what to do if you want to use QuantumListing to serve your listings to your website. Many companies are doing this, and the great thing is that the changes to your QuantumListing profile show up in real time on your company website. So any new listings you add, any edits to your listings, they all show up on your company website immediately, so there's no double work there. So that's a really convenient feature. Listings, Quantum is our first name, listings are last name. Adding listings is easy. From your profile page, you make sure that listings is selected in the left-hand sidebar menu, and then you click the green plus sign on the top right corner. It opens a window that looks like this on the right here, although we've sort of consolidated. This part here is actually below, a little below this. But there are a few things, a handful of things that you have to add. Everything else is optional. You have to add a listing title, My advice when you're adding a listing title is put the city and state, or the town and state, in the listing title. And there's a bunch of reasons why I recommend that. You know where your listing is, but people who are uh, not, who are sort of coming across your listing or searching for your listing may not know exactly where it is. And it makes it much more searchable, not only on QuantumListing, but when it's shared to social media, which we're going to do for you. We're going to share your listings to uh, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So when people are searching there, it's a better chance that it's going to come up in those searches. So recommend that. So add a listing title, make it descriptive. It's got to be short, but make it descriptive and make it unique. And then you're going to add whether it's for lease or sale or sublease or both sale and lease. That's a drop-down menu. So you have choices. Then asset type. We have about 20 different asset types to choose from. In addition to you have the big 4 or 5, office, retail, industrial. Uh, but you can really be much more specific if that's what you want to do. Land, I guess, being the fourth of the big ones. Then if you don't want to, you can, sorry, you have to add a price, but if you don't want to add a price, if you leave it as 0, it shows up as inquire when your listing is displayed. You can see that actually right here on this listing where it says inquire. You want to add square feet available. Again, you can also leave it as 0 or put 0 there and it shows up as inquire. The date available. Then you have to add the location as well. And when you're typing in the location, make sure that you select the location from the drop-down menu so that it geocodes. And then you can add description and YouTube link, lots of other parameters if you're interested. But again, these other things are optional. We wanted to make it as fast and easy as possible. You can add lots and lots of pictures, multiple PDFs, whatever you want to do to enrich your listing. So it will hopefully generate more interest in the properties that you're marketing. So once your listing is in our system, it's really easy to edit them. There's 3 little dots at the top of each listing on your profile page. And so you click those 3 little dots and the menu will come up asking if you want to edit it, delete it, archive it, or unpublish it. Meaning, so we'll go through editing is kind of obvious. Delete is something we hope you don't do. Even if you sell or lease it or it goes off market, what we recommend you do is archive it. And the reason we suggest that is threefold. First, if it becomes available again, it's less work for you if you just reactivate the listing and edit it. Second is you can make private notes on any of your listings, and this way you'll be able to access those notes in the future. And the third is one of my favorite reasons for archiving them, and that's it's nice to have a record of what you've accomplished. So you can go back and see your past deals and get all warm and fuzzy when you think about all the deals that you closed there. Unpublish is something that you might want to do if you're about to sign an agreement on a listing agreement. You want to get everything ready so that it's your listing's ready to go day one. So after you've added it, you can unpublish it and then publish it the day that you sign that listing agreement. As I mentioned with the activation, you click those 3 dots again and you'll get the option to activate your listing. On any listing, not just your own, you can save a listing to favorites. And you do that by clicking the little green ribbon at the top. Well, it's actually a gray ribbon until you click it, then it becomes a green ribbon. And you'll find that on your profile page in the listings submenu under saved listings. All right, and then I mentioned the private notes on any listing detail page. The listing detail page, just so we have the nomenclature straight, is when you click through on a small listing card, you go to the listing detail page. That's where you find all the information about the listings. There's a gray stripe on the right-hand side underneath the sharing icon, which you might recognize here. And you can save it to favorites. Let's create an iframe. Here's what you click to do the notes. You can add it to a listing report. And the last two will create PDFs. The first one is going to create a PDF based on what you've added to QuantumListing. And the second one is if you upload a PDF of your own, that's how you'll access them there. And then, as I mentioned, the sharing icon, if you click that, you can then share it via social media and email as well. And I mentioned earlier how Promoter Properties uses QuantumListing to share its listings, its profile, to share the listings to its website. This is a screenshot of that. You can also, using iframes, create individual pages for each listing on your website. And though each individual listing will update in real time, it takes a little bit more work if you're going to create a page for each listing, but not really much more. And it's nice that it's updated automatically. And here's, again, the individual listing being served to a web page. All right, so let's head over to the website right now, and we can show you some of that stuff I was talking about. So I'm clicking this avatar in the top right corner to bring me to my profile page, and that's going to be at the top of every single page on QuantumListing. So this is my live Promoter Properties profile page on QuantumListing. Here's that edit button, and then here's where I can add all that information we talked about, and also where you can change your password. If I'm adding a listing, I'm going to go click this green button up here. And here are the different options for the transaction type and all the different asset types you can see here. And here's where you put the size. And again, if you put it as 0, it shows up as inquire. I'll show you what I mean by adding the address and selecting it from the drop-down menu to get it to geocode. And here are a couple other things that I should tell you. Here's publish, the unpublished box. If you click this will co-broke, you'll get on the top of the listing card a little silhouette of a couple of people, and that indicates you're willing to co-broke your lease or whatever deal it is. And then make sure that you click this I have the rights to all images and information I'm adding box, otherwise your listing will not show up. This last one here is a feature that is in development, so it's only going to show up on my page. All right, so let's go back to here and So listing archives are here. So these are deals that we've done or that are now off market for other reasons. And saved listings, which I mentioned, which were saved by clicking the little ribbon here. And that we have these, they're called tooltips. If you hover over a feature, it generally will tell you what it is going to do. Here's those three dots. If I wanted to reactivate this listing, I would just click that. And saved listings. So these are the listings that have been favorited. You're going to find them here in your saved listings. All right, so let's head back to our slide deck. Yeah. So if you have an enterprise account, you can add managers, and there's no charge for managers on Quantum Listing. It's really just for the agents. So you'll click this button up here, similar to the Add Listings button, to add a manager. And managers are able to log into your account with their own login, add agents, add listings, and edit that information as well. So if you have a big organization and there's more than one marketing person, it's nice to be able to add a manager. And then you can also add an unlimited number of agents with enterprise accounts. So in the left-hand sidebar menu, oops, sorry, you'll click agents there. Sorry about this little thing that's popping up here. And you can then click the green arrow, the green plus sign rather, and start adding your agents. As you can see, you can add a profile pic for them as well. All right, let's just quickly head back to the website, and we'll just take you through those things as well. Here's the managers. Here's that green button where you add the managers, agents. Same thing. You add, and you can also add some social. You can add their Skype and website in addition to their name and phone and email. So the next item on the left-hand sidebar menu is our quantum listing networks. And when you join quantum listing, we're going to assign you to a network. And we do this manually. Sometimes we'll assign you to multiple networks. And it's based on the geographic area where you are. And if you had an interest in starting your own network on quantum listing, that could be, for if you're a company with multiple offices and you want to have a network with all the offices so you can see all the listings in your organization, that'd be super easy for us to do, and we'd be happy to work with you on doing that. Brokers are able to search for listings of interest with ease and efficiency on their networks. What you're looking at here on the left side, by the way, is the network admin's dashboard. We'll go and show you the networks in action in a moment. And the other great thing about the networks is that since we're assigning you to a network based on your geography, it makes it a great way for you to find other brokers in your area who are on quantum listing, who you can then connect with and follow, so that you can see their listings really easily from your network or from the social parts of quantum listing. If you're a network admin, you can send a network-wide email blast, which is kind of neat. And the admins also have access to network analytics, which If you choose to, you could distribute to your network membership. So on quantum listing, you're going to access your networks on the network menu on the left-hand sidebar. The first one, My Networks, will show you which networks you're in and also give you an opportunity to join other networks. Network listings show you all the listings in all of your networks, and then you can drill down by which network or by asset type, trade type. And then you can also sort listings, I believe, by price and size. And so that is super easy. Network news is going to show you the latest things that have been changed in your network. So it's another great way for you to keep abreast of all the things that are happening in your market that are recorded quantum listing. So let's hop back to the website and we'll show you the networks. Looks like we're doing okay for time. All right. All right, so here is the networks menu on the left-hand sidebar. We'll start out with My Networks. And so you can see that Promoter Properties is a member of multiple networks. And there's no extra charge to be a member of these networks. You can belong to as many networks as you want. I'm a member of Westchester, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York, upstate New York. These are areas where I do business. So that's what I want to. If I want to join other networks, and there are people who have joined half a dozen or more networks, you just find the one that you want to join, you click connect, and you're ready to go. So let's just drill down to one network here. So when you drill down to that network, you'll see how many listings are in the network. You can sort through and see the different members of your network. And then you can also sort by location. So if you want to see all the all the ones in Piscataway, just type that in. It'll show you the stuff in Piscataway and nearby. Then you can also sort by asset type. So this is there are two multifamily properties for sale in the greater Piscataway area. So you can sort all different ways with that. All right. Network listings. Again, here we're sorry. You're looking at all the different listings in your network until you sort down to the particular network that you want. And you can search and sort and filter right there. Network news. James Jose from Blauberg has been making changes. You can click on that, see what listing was edited. So again, great easy way to see what is happening in your market. Groups. We're going to get back to groups, but let's check out our slide deck first. All right, so groups are similar and yet different from networks. We assign you to a geographically based wants network. So say I'm in the Westchester network, I'll be assigned to the Westchester or the Westchester wants group. So it's a bulletin board to let your fellow group members know what you're looking for, Maybe you didn't find it on QuantumListing, maybe you haven't found it somewhere else, or maybe you just have a new requirement and you want to kind of crowdsource the solution to it. So you can join a group. The other nice thing about groups is that anybody can join any group they want. It doesn't involve the QuantumListing team in terms of approving you to a network. So you can join any group, or you can start your own group as well. There are private groups which you would have to request to become a member of from the whoever started that group. The other thing that is really cool about groups is if you start a group, you can choose whether or not you want other people to be able to invite people into your group. So you might start a group and you're a popular person, your group will go viral, you'll have 20, 100 people in there in no time. And there's some great functions that you can use in the group, including a group chat. So, and then there's a group news feed as well, so you can keep abreast of the different changes that are happening in your group, similar to the network news. And if you start a group, you can add group members yourself or invite them to join you. If somebody's a bad actor, you can remove them from your group. Haven't heard about that happening yet, but I guess it's not inconceivable. And similar to what we saw with networks, you can view your group's listings in the group listings tab as well and sort them various ways as well. All right, so let's pop over to the website and go look at the groups. So again, to open up any of these submenus, you click on the heading. So group feeds, that's what we mentioned was like the network news. Ari Mengo from Vision Property added this listing yesterday. So I know that building very well. All right, and back to groups. All right, so my groups. Here are the different groups that have been created. Sorry, these are the top ones are the groups that I am a member of, rather. And then let's have a look. So this shows the group details. And you can see the users in your group. You can see the group listings. And there's also a button for you to have a group chat. So this user here said, hey, I'm looking for 20,000 square feet of warehouse space in the Bronx. Anyone? And Rick Recchio's replied, sorry, I'm located up in the Buffalo market. So, groups are really a great way for you to communicate with your friends. It's like Angela, who's Lynn works with, did something. Let's have a look at this. This is a space in Carmel, New York. All right. Group members. If you're in more than one group, you choose which group you want to look at. So here's the New York group and a bunch of people there. Oh, and if you click through to any of these little profile cards, you're going to go to that person's profile page, their QuantumListing profile page. And one thing I want to point out a couple things I want to point out here on Brian's profile page. One, he added a profile picture and a bio, which is good work there, Brian. He also added his LinkedIn. And this little icon here next to the profile picture is the chat icon. So if I wanted to send a chat message to Brian, who's a good friend of mine, I would click that and I could enter my message here. If you want to add users so that it becomes a group chat, you click this add user button there as well. And you can see there's two people in this chat, Brian and me, and one of us is online. That would be me. So chat, and then another thing. Well, we'll get back to that, I think. Let's go back to the profile page by clicking the avatar in the top right. And group listings would be the last submenu item there, and you can select which group you want to look at and see their listings there, and filter and sort as well. All right, let's head back to our slide deck. All right, so when we were looking at Brian's profile page, we looked at that green button that said, well, his said unfollow because I'm already following him. But you can follow and unfollow any of our QuantumListing members. And one of the great reasons why you want to follow somebody is you go to the social section on the on your profile page, and this submenu opens. You can see who your followers are. And if somebody's following you, I guess it's probably common courtesy to follow them back. And you can follow other people. And when you follow other people, you click on their name. I would click on Barry's name here, and I would then go to his profile page. I can see his listings, and I could also send him a chat message through that as well. So we have a feature in the social section called the stream. And the stream is the listings of all the people that you are following. And again, another way to make it really convenient and easy for you to find the stuff that is most relevant to you. So, and we have the groups, we have networks, and we have the more one-on-one social following. Different people respond and relate to other people in different ways and want to absorb information in different ways. And so our goal here is to create as many different ways as possible so that you can find the thing that works best for you and how you work. Some people like dealing with large groups of people, some more intimate groups of people. Some people just want to deal one-on-one. So whichever style of interacting you want, we've really done it. And of course, there's also the normal search, which we covered first. The analytics are the next, the info section is the next part of QuantumListing that you're going to come to. And in the info section, we have real-time analytics. So you'll be able to see listing views, account views, if you're an enterprise account, agent views, and these you can see over how many views you've gotten over a week, a month, or over the all-time as well. In the info section is also where you will find the private notes you have taken on listings. Comparable data is something that is relatively new for us, and it is when you're archiving or deleting a listing, we ask you if you want to add it to our comparable database. We haven't made the database public yet because there's really not enough information in it yet to be a useful tool for people, and we'd rather develop it and make it useful before we uh, release it to you, so that uh, it is useful and not frustrating. And syndication channels are also available in this info section. And the syndication channels are either partnerships that we have with other companies to syndicate listings to Quantum Listing, or that we're syndicating out our listings as well. And we'll cover that in a bit. One of the other neat things in terms of analytics is that on the top of listing detail pages, you're going to see a view count. So you'll know exactly how many views your listing has gotten. If you see that number is not to your satisfaction, I would recommend that you use those sharing links to share those listings out to your social media, or to share them to people you know via email, and get the word out on your listings. So we talked also about the gray stripe briefly before, and here is what it looks like on a listing detail page. And here's the image picture, the sharing icon, and below that is that gray stripe. So the first icon you can see is to add to favorites, then the iframe snippet, where you take those personal notes we talked about, add a listing to a listing report, create a listing flyer, or download the user's flyer that they have uploaded. Chat we touched on a little bit earlier. And it's nice that you have these options to do individual, one-on-one chats, or I think they're technically called peer-to-peer chats, or you can do group chats as well. And this icon here is going to light up green when you have a chat message. You should check in on your profile to see if you have any waiting chat messages. But we do send you a notification at the end of the day if there are chats waiting for you, and that's an email notification. So if you get it, what you need to do is come to Quantum Listing, go to your profile page, and then click the chat icon here, which will be lit up green. We have all sorts of interesting resources for you on Quantum Listing to help you get the most out of your Quantum Listing experience. What you're seeing here is a recent blog post that we did called The Definitive Guide to Making the Most of Your Quantum Listing Experience. It has a bunch of tips on the different features, many of which we've covered today, and it lets you know how to use them, and sort of brings some of them that you may not have known about to your attention. Syndications, which I mentioned earlier, are sharp. Right now we have listings that can be syndicated to us via Sharp Launch and Build Out. If you subscribe to either of those services, both of them are wonderful. They help you make beautiful marketing materials. They can also share your listings to your website, similar to how we do it with iframes. They are paid subscription services, but they both create wonderful, wonderful products. Levitt Digital is a really interesting company. We're going to be doing a webinar, I believe, next Wednesday with Brendan Hotchkiss from Levitt Digital. And Brendan started out in commercial real estate and finance, and then got into the tech business. And we share our users who opt into sharing their listings to Levitt Digital to their website, which also then goes out to a network of 500 different local news sites. So this is a super way to get your listings out there to the wide world, beyond just through Quantum Listing. So if you're in Phoenix, there'll be a Phoenix website, and people will be able to find your listings there. The other great thing is there's no extra charge, either from us or Levitt Digital, to do this. So I really encourage you, if you're not using Sharp Launcher, if you're not using Build Out, which also syndicates to Levitt Digital, that you use Quantum Listing to push your listings out to Levitt Digital, because A, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and B, you'll get more eyeballs on your listings. So we have a really neat new feature, which is on the top of every page, not just the home page. And that is the schedule a demo button. That we have probably about 6 or 8 different types of meetings that you can schedule with us. And actually, let's go over to the website and have a look at what happens when you click that button. So you can schedule a quick 10-minute Q&A session with us, and it'll be a web meeting, typically Thursday marketing sessions or something that we're doing. It's relatively new. We call it Haves and Wants 2.0. Actually, Brendan Hotchkiss from Levitt Digital coined it, and we borrowed it with his permission. And every Thursday morning, we're going to have a marketing session. Tomorrow, we're having one focusing on multifamily properties nationwide. And what happens during them is people introduce themselves to each other. They share what they're looking for. And they also have an opportunity to talk about some of their listings. So it is a really great way to do it. There's a lot of these in-person marketing sessions that go on throughout the country, especially commercial realtor associations have these sessions. And I think this is fairly innovative in terms of being able to do it online. I'm not sure of anybody else currently doing this in commercial real estate. I think offices. If you're a Marcus and Millichap broker or Cushman Wakefield, a lot of these companies have these Monday morning marketing sessions, which are usually in person. Everybody sits around a conference room. They talk about what they're working on, and they network and try to help each other. So we're trying to bring that concept into the 21st century, and we've done a couple of them so far, and they've been a lot of fun, and some great networking has gone on. You can also do a 15-minute profile tune-up where we'll help you, add that picture to your profile page and your biographical information, your social links, if you're not comfortable doing all that stuff by yourself. And we'll also be happy to meet with you online to talk about how to get the most out of your networks and groups. We'll also do a meeting if you want to start a network, 30-minute demo where we put your hands on the keyboard and let you take control of what's happening on the screen, and we'll sort of talk you through how to do exactly what it is that you want to know how to do. And there's also a longer version of that as well. And we also will help you start a group if you need help with that. And then we have on Friday afternoons at 4 p.m. open office hours. So we'll hang out online, hoping that you come and talk to us and ask your questions. And it's a nice opportunity at the end of a week to sort of kick back, learn something new, and maybe meet some new people. All right, let's head back here to our slide deck. All right, we have this wonderful resource on our website. Hang on, how do I get, there we go. And that is the How It Works section. We just improved it recently, making it a little more organized because we have added a lot of articles on all the different features. And so you can find out pretty much anything you want to know about how quantum listing works here. We also have replays of our webinars on the How It Works section, as well as replays of the marketing sessions. And we are launching a new thing next week that we are calling Quantum Listing Academy. And you're going to find that on the How It Works section as well. So as I mentioned, here are the webinars on that How It Works section. And you can also find them on the Quantum Listing channel on YouTube. The Haves and Wants marketing sessions we already talked about. And how much does quantum listing cost? A mere $79.99 a year per person. That's for unlimited listings. And that unlocks every single feature that we have. I was on the phone today with another listing service, and they had resources in a program where you could add unlimited listings, and one of them was, I think, $300 per month, not per year, $300 per month, and another was like $200 a month, but didn't do as much. And I think they were sending out e-blasts on your behalf for $300 a month, but you can get a constant contact account for a lot less, or even just you do one-off services for about $125, an e-blast from a few different companies out there, and I can help you find them if you need. If you want to find out even more about quantum listing, I invite you to contact me. My email address is david@quantumlisting.com. My phone number, this is my direct line, is 914-470-5719. I absolutely love talking with our customers, and it is a great way for me to find out what they like about the site, what they don't like about the site, what we need to improve, or if they have ideas for new features. And as I mentioned before, lots of our ideas have come from our customers, so we're really always looking to talk to you, and because we learn a lot from you. I want to show you something else on every single page of our website. You're also going to see this down here on the bottom right corner, and that is the intercom button. So if you click that, it opens up a window and you can start a chat session with us. If we're online, we'll get back to you immediately. Otherwise, it may take a couple hours, but we always respond to these messages. And then you can also click the app icons down at the bottom, so you can get the Apple iOS app or the Android app. So this way you can take quantum listing with you. We hope you connect with us on social media. And then there's also an RSS feed if you really, really like us, and you can have our listings pushed by RSS feed to your website or our blog as well, or both. One thing I don't think I mentioned is that we do share everybody's listings to our social media feeds. Twitter goes out instantly, Facebook, LinkedIn, and go in a queue because they have limits as to how many posts you can do a day for businesses like ours. So that would be another reason to have a great title, because we're sending these things out to social media, and if somebody sees uh, where it is, they might be more inclined to click on that particular listing. All right, so I would love to open up the floor to any questions. Lynn, you have anything you want to hear? I think everybody else may have left and going to watch the rest on the replay.
Oh, no, it's very interesting. Very comprehensive. I'm impressed with it. I can't wait to show Angela the video. So I'd love to get a copy of this so I can sit down with her again.
All right, well, we will be sending that out later this afternoon.
Perfect. Yeah, looks great. It's really, really great system.
Thank you very much. And Angela is a wonderful person. I enjoyed working with her, and I'm glad that she's got you to help her, because I know that she really wants to see QuantumListing succeed. So thank you.
Yeah, it's very user friendly. Yes.
Good. All right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we'll hope to see you on a future webinar. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.